family, welcome to Cooking with Haba. Today we're going to be making some wraps. Yes, this is flatbread recipe, and this is also the same way you make your spring roll samosa wrap, and you can also use this for pizza. So I'm going to teach you one simple way to make your flatbreads or your wraps for shawarma, samosa, spring rolls. I'm going to teach you what could go wrong in here as well. So do well to like this video, subscribe, do well to leave your comments below and share to bless someone as well. So all you need basically is your flour. I added just a little bit of milk powder in there. Then there's also nutmeg, salt. Sugar is very optional. Even if you need just maybe a little minute quantity. You can also decide to add optional baking powder to help it poof or bubble up just a little. And when it comes to flatbreads, samosa wraps, spring roll wraps, usually they are yeast free, so you don't need any yeast in there. So I'm just going to be mixing the mixture up, and I'll be adding in water in bits. You don't want to pour in water like all at the same time. Yes, you can check the quantities I used in the description button, but basically you may end up using like half the amount of flour used with water, or worst case 1-1. But 1-1 may be a little bit too liquidy or too runny for you. So as you're going, you'll be checking for the consistency. Then you add in your oil as well. In this recipe I made, I used the hard flour, the one I use for making bread. Yes, or you can equally use pastry flour or the soft flour. Any flour of your preference would work. The only thing is the one I use is used for making bread, which is a hard flour. That one tends to be more of gluten kakra. No, much fine. But then the soft flour is a bit for pastry, so it's a bit more flaky in there. So once you're done, you can just let it sit for some 2, 3, 4 minutes or 5 minutes, or you can even let it sit for like up to 30 minutes for your mixture to set properly or something. It's up to you. Or you can even fry directly. But then if you let it sit for some few minutes, it also does a trick. So you just proceed to heat your pan. And then one thing you shouldn't do is to proceed to make your wraps without greasing your pan. I'd recommend you get a non-stick pan. They also have this flat griddles, which are good for making samosa sheets. So the best you can do is to oil your pan before you start. If you don't have a pastry brush, please get tissue paper and then mop it in your oil and then use it inside. Then you pour in the dough, and as you pour, because the pan is heated, you can easily slide it through it, and you wait for it to cook up. You realize the color was changing, then it became very stable, then it started popping up here. So if you don't use baking powder at all, you may not really get the bubbles coming in. And if you use baking powder, quite an amount of it is going to just shoot up. So you may have seen from other people's flatbreads that sometimes it shoots up, or there's like a balloon, that sort of stuff. Usually when it's like that, then there's traces of baking powder in there. And so that's how you basically make your flatbreads, your samosa wraps, your spring roll wraps. Yes, if you're making spring rolls or samosa with this, you won't have to wait for it to brown and puff up like this. Once the color changes in the pit, you will say make sure not be. When you see that it has cooked through, that is the end. You just take it off and then you proceed. But because I'm making flatbread, you'd have to wait for it to finish cooking, because spring rolls, when you are done, you are going to fry. But this one, you're going to eat it direct. So it has to be properly cooked, and you realize how stretchy and how light it was. So one simple thing I do for breakfast is dandelion salad. And there's nothing more beautiful and more nice than some good samosa wraps or some good flatbread wraps with your dandelion salad. And these are so healthy, and I want to take you through how to make your own simple dandelion salad as well in here. So yes, I'm just going to pour it in, and then I just fold it. And like I said, it's perfect for your breakfast. And so all you need to do is to just put this alongside your breakfast you want to eat, whether it's Lipton, Milo, coffee, whatever you want to eat, oats, wheat. Yes, and on this channel I've taught quite a number of breakfast recipes, from oats to wheat to flour porridges to making the perfect tea bags and all those ones. You can find them on the channel. So this is one simple healthy way I start my day. Yes, and you can try it out as well. This you can even use for your shawarma. It's going to work perfectly for you. So I'd really like you to try out this wrap recipe as well. And I have the dandelion salad as a shorts on the channel. So do well to check for our shorts feature to enjoy the dandelion salad. Yes. So I see you in the next food video. Do live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry, and please support us with your views, your likes, your subscription, and make sure you don't forget to like this video. So we'll see you in the next food moment. Lots of love for my team and I. Mwah.